gentlemen. So the first thing that will catch their attention is your introduction. Ibadan kini so. You will see they will respond normally. Ibadan kini so. They will say so ni. Ẹran kí lẹ jẹ lánàá. Ẹran síkì ni. Kí lẹ fi jókòó. Kusin si ẹwà àga yẹn dáadáa kì í ṣe kusin si àga oníke lẹ fi jókòó. Normally they will smile. Ẹ bá mi wẹ́n tó wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ yín. Ẹ bá mi wẹ́n tó wà ẹ bá mi kí ẹni yẹn. Ẹ kàn admire ẹni ẹ wo fìlà orí wọn. Ẹni dáàdi mo like fìlà ń ṣẹlẹ̀ fún mi kí n máa mú relé. Mọ́mì mo like gèlè ń ṣẹlẹ̀ fún mi kí n máa mú relé.
So you're saying like a comedian?
Yes. There must be an element of comedy. As an MC, you must have an element of comedy in you. You must be catchy. You must know the words to say at a particular time. Now, when you meet an audience, a better audience, you must play with them. You must be, the playfulness in you must come out. For the first 10 minutes, we'll be playing. There's nothing you want. That's how to catch them. First 10 minutes. Hey, mommy, share wo black and white television, re? Mommy, product will let you you move from one side to the other. Product will let you run, mommy. Ṣé rántí àwọn TV drama tó máa ń ṣe ń gbà yẹn? Ṣé rántí Super Story? Mo rántí mọ́mí ẹ̀ kọrin tó kọ́ ní Super Story fún mi tó fi máa ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ yẹn. This is Super Story, ó yẹ parí. Mọ́mí ẹ̀ kọ́ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ dópin. Màá dẹ̀ fún yín 20,000 kẹ́ máa mú lọ. When people hear money, 20,000, they cannot do it now. You just want to catch their attention. 20,000 tẹ́ bá ti gbà mọ́mí máa fún yín. Ṣé lè kọ́ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ dópin? Before you know it, somebody will be calling you from the back. Wait, she wants to try. She wants to try. You are getting their attention already. So a good MC must be an attention getter. So your attention getting skills is in your intro, not in the course of the event. You must catch them from the beginning. Even if you don't do any other thing at that event, any other thing, just follow the order of events from that time. You have gained acceptance. You just say, normally, that's why I say we don't go to events to make money. But somebody comes to you, maybe the chairman of the event, gives you an envelope. You are a
brown envelope.
You are a good. You just, it happened at my event in Lagos last week.
Wow.
When I just came, said I love your presentation. The man just squeezed the money in my hand. So it's possible. It's possible. It's possible.
Okay, so you were saying that an event host must have an element of comedy.
Yes.
How about people that do not have? Because some people really do not know how to crack jokes. What can they do instead?
Yes, if you cannot crack jokes, you must be able to do engagements. Now, when we talk about engagements, take them down the memory lane, tell them things probably that they have forgotten, some things that existed in the past, brands, products that they can remember, songs, old school songs that they can you can relate with the DJ. Give me 5 old school jams. Awilo Logomba. Give me Danfo Driver. So move from one table to another. Tell them to sing. Tell them to request for a song. That you have 10 songs for them. Tell them to request for a song. If they have an artist, if they have Sonny Ade, Ori mi ye oja for me is a very popular Sonny Ade song. Let them play. Lagbaja, Never Far Away. But you can request for a song. So that's engagement. You don't need to crack jokes. Before you know it, people will be telling you to bring the microphone to their table, that they have a rendition. By that, you are gaining engagement. Okay. You are getting their attention, which is one of the things you actually need to have a flawless event.
I even think that, sometimes some people would say that they are corporate event hosts and they cannot handle maybe the weddings, the social event, So we're going to talk about the difference of being a corporate event host and a social event host. Can one person do All right, welcome back. It's still the mid-morning show on BCOS television, and that quote says, once a person has all the things they need to live, everything else is entertainment. We're still in conversation with Mr. Tope Oduola, popularly called OMM, an MC, a broadcaster, and as well a voiceover artist. So before we took that break, I asked that some people would say they are corporate event host, while others would say social event host. So is there any difference between those two? And can one person be both, or you just have to pick a particular niche to stick to?
One person can actually do both.
Okay.
You can be a corporate event host, and you can also be a social event host, depending on your personality, your strength, and probably all the skills you have learned over the years. But some people are good. You must be good at one than the other, but you can actually do both. Now, I have done both before, but I have done more social events. Now, if you call me for a corporate event, I might possibly recommend somebody else to come and do that. Probably a TV host. You don't need to. A corporate event is a serious event. So
it's more serious than.
So if you are a playful person, you might not be able to. If you are a very playful person, you might not be able to do it well.
Does that mean that they don't have element of joke in the event?
You can, but it must not override the event, because every event has its own goal and objective. So now, what they want to achieve at that event is not to make people laugh excessively. Now, if you are someone who cracks jokes excessively, it's probably might bring you in as a comedian in the course of the event.
Okay.
But hosting the event from head to toe, it might not go well with the organizers of such events. Okay. So I think people can do both, but know your strength. Stay there, stay on your lane, and you will get more gigs from that lane than trying to do both. We have seen people that do both, and they do it so well. But you see that when you check their page, people see, okay, people tend to give you more of what they see on your page. No, you cannot come in for a corporate event because you cannot see it. It's not there. I don't post. I don't post. I think if I have done corporate maybe once, and they actually forced me to do it many years ago, maybe around 7 or 8 years, they forced me to do it.
Wow.
So that was why I did it. And to me, I was like, did I even do it well? I just did it because somebody has to do it. That was, but I know my strength. I know that, okay, wedding, burial, birthday, those are my strengths. So, but calling me to do a corporate event, I might say, in fact, I think I've turned down so many gigs in the corporate space that I don't do it. I don't do corporate event. I don't do corporate event. I don't do event outside Lagos. Abuja now. Say you go to Abuja, people will start hailing you. Baba for it.
Exactly.
Yeah, you will spend half of the money on giveaway.
Oh, wow. Okay. Being an event host, how do you prepare before your performance?
Yes, by the time you get the event brief from the event planner or the client, you study it, you know what they want. Now, I have a wedding tomorrow. The couple said they are not interested in anything. They just want to have fun. They are not doing games. They are not doing any activities. Just entertain our people.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
They just want the guests to come and have fun. That's just it. I said, what about your friends? Okay, you can stress them a bit. Let them do a face-off. Let's do a dance face-off between the team members of the groom and the squad members of the bride. So they are not interested. They just want to have fun. They just want to look at people and smile.
Wow.
So every client has what they want to achieve in mind. So some people, and that's not the first time a couple will say they don't want to do anything. You can engage them in any other thing. They can do father-daughter dance, mother-son dance. You can do a face-off between the two fathers, the two dads, bride's father, groom's father, bride's mother, groom's mother. But they don't want to do anything outside those ones. Don't tell them to come and do Indian dance. They will not answer you. Don't tell them to come and do shoe game. They will not do. Don't tell them to do blindfold game. They will not do. Don't tell them to come and do dance challenge where the groom will dance.
What of the ones that they can just sit and then the squad will be doing it, and they
don't want to do it.
Even,
they don't want to. They don't want
no
to
stress.
do. They just want to.
They just want to watch.
They just want to watch people.
That's
They said they just want people to enjoy themselves.
That's no stress.
They just
no stress zone.
So I think probably what they would do. Of course, they will dance. You don't want to do it. They will do normal dance now. Maybe they call live band. There's live band.
And they want to be sprayed. Spray them the money.
So this one that you are saying they should not do it. They will not. Nobody will dance on your behalf. You will dance. Right. People that you have invited from far and near, you probably you have put a box in front of them to spray. Of course, you will dance. Okay. You cannot stand there and be looking.
Yeah.
Okay, to wrap up, I'm sure maybe Nancy has some other questions, but to wrap up, looking at time management at event, sometimes you go to an event early, then you notice that the MC is not yet available, the live band, they're just setting up, and maybe the MC comes and then the MC just wants to rush everybody and then gets his own job done and leave. So how do you handle time when you anchor an event?
Yes, it depends on the person in the MC.
Okay.
Now, for events, you can charge. Now, for an MC you can charge per hour. So by the time, I think that's one of the things that will help people, especially clients, take that event serious. By the time they know that you charge per hour. Now, I have asked you before your event day that what time is your event? You said reception. You have been booked for reception, 2 to 5. Okay. It happened last year, 2 to 5. By 5 p.m., the couple are not in the hall. The couple, the groom and the bride.
They were not
They were not ready. They told the event planner to tell me to sit down. 2 to 5, and their money expires by 5. So when it was 5, I told them I'm leaving.
Wow.
So they had to call. The event planner had to call. It happened in Lagos. The event planner had to call the couple that the MC is leaving. You booked him for 2 to 5. And they said, tell him that we are paying again.
Wow. Oh,
okay. So it should wait. So now they are paying for 5 to 8.
Wow.
So that means that thing that they have been doing, I'm sure they are making videos, they are doing content. So you can choose to do whatever you like. PM, the manager is ready.
So they have to pay again.
They pay it again. They pay to 10 p.m.
Wow.
They pay to 10
Time
p.m.
is money, definitely.
So time is money. So each time, I'm sure the DJ also collected additional fee because they didn't tell him that he will have to play till 8 p.m. Probably he has another gig. He has a club that he is playing for, supposed to go to. Now, who is going to be responsible for that? You have to pay. So if you let your client know that there's a time frame for the job, okay, probably you end your reception event if you have to anchor a reception by 6 p.m. So anything outside 6 p.m., they already know that they will pay an additional fee. So both parties can reach an agreement. Can we give you 100K additional fee? Can we give you 150? So if it's cool by you. So, but time is money in the event space.
All right.
Okay, so what's that one mantra you live by every day?
Well, just as the code for the day.
Okay.
The code for the day. So once a man has everything
he
needs to leave, every other thing is entertainment.
But can someone have all that they need? I think you want to keep getting more.
Well, I think that's if you want to get more, I think that the Bible calls it covetousness. So you have to be contented with what you have. And make do with what you have.
Oh, thank you so much. OMM.
Honorable OMM. Honorable OMM on Instagram.
I was just about to say thank you for calling, and then, it's everything syncs together. All right, thank you so much, Mr. Tokwe Uduola, popularly called OMM. We've really had fun, on set with you today. Thank you so much for coming.
It's my pleasure being here.
All right, the Made Money Show continues right after this break, and then our second guest will join us. Stay with us.
One of the factors that influence happiness and success is career choice. Career is a word often used to refer to a profession, occupation, trade, or vocation. It could define what you do for a living, ranging from those that require extensive training and education to those who can perform with only certificates, as well as a willingness to learn. A career could mean working as a lawyer, a doctor, a carpenter, an electrician, a teacher, a barber, a mechanic, an engineer, a traffic warden, among others. Making careful and well thought out decisions regarding your career can increase your chance of success. For instance, the very crucial point in the life of every student is the senior secondary class, and it is at this point that they could assess themselves to see which course would be most appropriate for them to study at the tertiary level. Therefore, stringent care must be taken to ensure that the right choices are made. Many senior secondary school students are unable to properly select the courses that will be most appropriate and suitable for them to study in the higher institutions of learning. There are some factors that should be considered in order to measure the appropriateness of a career for a person. A career should be something that you love and find pleasure in doing, not stressful or boring to do. A career should be something you can effectively use your skill to make a right difference. With your inbuilt talents and skills acquired through education and training, you should be able to cause a positive impact in your career. A career should reflect a person's passion and interest before it could be termed as appropriate for him or her. Many people are dissatisfied with their careers and would wish they had never chosen that path. Their careers seem more than a prison than the sky they hoped for. This is because, most especially among other reasons, they chose the wrong career. A student's inability to choose the appropriate or suitable course to study in the institution of higher learning will likely lead him or her into a wrong career. The core factors that could affect a student's choice of career include his or her parents, teachers, and the society. Each of these factors needs to be tackled because they have the propensity to negatively or positively affect the student's choice. Parents play a vital role in the lives of their children. They have a great influence on every decision their children make in life, most especially in career choices. A parent may desire what they think is good or best for their children, and this may affect the child positively if he or she can cope with it. But if the child has other things in mind which he or she wishes to do, it will affect him or her negatively. This may result in the child not concentrating on the parent's needs and will not adjust positively towards the career. Many parents are not aware of new career opportunities and their scope, and when their children choose a particular career path which is unknown to them, they refuse to allow their children to proceed on it. Parents' high standards at times influence children to pursue activities they think will win the approval of their parents. In order to make your children happy as you guide them in choosing their careers, you need to spend quality time with your children as they move on in the next stages of their lives to know and understand the passions, strengths, interests, and skills of your children to enable you guide them efficiently.
Oh, all right. You're welcome back. It's still the mid-morning show, and our second guest is in the house with us already. We have Miss or Mrs. Mrs. Monijesu Oyawe. She's an entrepreneur, I would say a CEO, a perfumer, gift and souvenir curator, and she's a woman passionate about purpose, leadership, and impacting lives through wisdom, prayer, and encouragement. And also she sells wigs and perfumes, so maybe she came with wigs for us.
She came with a lot for you.
A lot, yeah, you know.
But I must commend, like, the hair is nice.
It's giving. You're welcome to Mid Morning Show.
Thank you. Good morning to all viewers.
All right. So, being a perfumer, a gift and souvenir curator, and then you being a woman passionate about purpose, leadership as well. So, how do you combine all this together?
I have to give the acknowledgement to God and the Holy Spirit because He is my motivation and also the source of my strength. As we all know that being a Nigerian and an entrepreneur in Nigeria, living in Nigeria and a Nigerian entrepreneur is not easy. The economy, the hiking, fuel and all that. Oh.
What happened? Okay, we apologize for that break in transmission. We're still in conversation with Mrs. Munijesu Oyawe. So, Ma, you're talking about combining all these things together.
Yes.
How do you do it?
All right. Like I said, I acknowledge the Holy Spirit for strength and strategy to go about my daily activity because aside from being an entrepreneur, I'm also a wife and a mother, and I have to fill in all the positions perfectly well. So all glory to God. God has been helping. At the same time, I did not start off as an entrepreneur. I worked in different organizations, and I believe that my years of experience actually contribute into what I am today as an entrepreneur. So I believe that is just it.
Okay. So looking at the entrepreneurship world and someone that owns a store, you know, sell perfume and the likes, there was this saga that happened I think a few years ago or maybe last year about sales rep, you know, stealing from the ogas, you know, stealing perfume, you know, selling it cheaply or selling it overly expensive and then bagging the rest of the money. So how do you source for reps? Like, how do you source for sales rep? And have you ever experienced something like that before?
Personally, I haven't. And the reason is I know that we have hammered on putting structures in place a lot. And a lot of time, even though people put structures in place, it's always end up in staff stealing and all that. I have not had such experience, and that is because, okay, let me start with this. There was a particular staff I actually tested. I tested her 3 times, 3 consecutive times, yes. I dropped money in a place where I knew that she would think probably the money just fell off. And the first time she returned it. And I acted as though, you know, I acted so surprised that it was just like, I watched her reaction. The second time I did the same. The second time she had to tell another staff if she should give it or not. So that one was saying, let them share it. Eventually she came to give me. So I did not stop at that. I tried the third time. And this third time I tried it, I intentionally, the money wasn't much. So it is something that she would even think that even if I knew eventually I would let it go. But, you know, I was working towards getting to know her intention and all that. The third time she did not give it, she did not return it. So that was when I questioned her to know why she returned the first, the second, and refused to return the third time. She now, she opened up and said because she felt that I'm always clumsy and I wouldn't get to know.
Wow.
So that was then, okay, now please, hear me. I wouldn't say.
Most children actually do, because mothers will say, I knew what you showed me.
Even if you don't steal outside, you see from the pots. I mean, I don't know. It is possible that we have children who don't do that, but there will be a point in time that you will try to. But telling me and vowing that you have never stolen, I should ask them. It tells me something about how untrue. You can tell me that, okay, when I was a child, but telling me that ever since you were born till you grew up, you have never been tempted to steal. It says a lot about your intention. So, and of course, I employed her, and few months later, she starts showing attitude of somebody who can eventually steal. So I had to let her go.
Let her go. Beautiful. So looking at entrepreneurship, definitely being an entrepreneur in Nigeria, it takes a lot. Because so many obstacles cropping up, and then maybe customers are not coming in as well. So and we have the likes of MSME, offering grants and all. So being an entrepreneur, have you ever applied to any of this grant?
I did one yesterday.
And what has been the outcome, if at all you've gotten any? And looking at how Nigerians can be, they will get a grant for something and then use it for another thing. So what's your view? What's your view on that?
All right. Like you said earlier, being an entrepreneur in Nigeria is not a bed on maybe roses. Yes. And it has to do with you knowing how to do your calculations well. Before you make the decisions of applying for loan, you people and they eventually give out to 10 just for the social acknowledgement. That has always been. So, but as an entrepreneur in Nigeria, you have to just, especially if you do not have anyone to help you, an investor or that will work together. So about grants, I have not gotten any grant. Personally, I haven't. But I have worked on loan over and over and returning loan. But I know that some entrepreneurs are opportune to get grants. I'm aware of that.
All right. Being an entrepreneur, there are times that it can be difficult seasons and also. How do you keep yourself motivated?
Motivation, like we all know, our why. And our why basically is, I want to live, and I want to live a good life. I cannot afford my children growing into, oh, mommy, I want this, and I'll say, I don't have. Mommy, can I get this? I don't have. One thing, as a mother, my major push, my major, let me say, motivation is actually my children. I do not want them to live the kind of life I live. If my children grow up and decide to go into business, I want to be able to say that, hey, take this amount of money and flourish with it. You get, it's not like they are going to struggle to get capital the way I did. So my motivation basically is my children. There are times that I just want to give up. In fact, recently I bought some goods and it took me 4 months for it to arrive. When it arrived, majority of it has been damaged. I cried overnight, wet. My husband tried as much as possible to, calm me. At the same time, after crying, I did not give up. I had to just put myself together and decide that, okay, for what it is worth, I have to keep pushing.
Don't give up. If you
I
give
have
up,
to keep pushing.
They will mock you.
So, and I am saying this for every entrepreneur, especially in Nigeria. Hey, we go through a lot. So, and when I say a lot, a lot. So it is always a roller coaster of emotional stress, financial stress at the same time, also physical draining. It can be a lot.
Okay. Talking about financial stress, Ileya is coming up. I've been seeing so many people doing trade fair. And I know that's December period. A lot of people will have trade fair and all. So this slash in price that we usually see, it's usually, it amazes me. Because something will be worth 10,000 naira and then the trade fair price might be 5,000 naira. So you know that you could sell that good.
That was 2010, a year before COVID started. That should be 2019, 2020. I started just, in a medium scale, just buying few perfume oil, of course. And then what I noticed is that my supplier too does that, and most times I just wait for the time she wants to sell out. As at that time, we're not many selling what I was selling. But fast forward to 2025, 2026, everybody is selling the same thing I am selling. What would take me less than a month to sell off my shelf is now taking me lesser or lower price, and they will still have their gain.
Oh,
do you understand?
Beautiful.
So that is it.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Oyawe. We need to take this commercial. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us.
The home is under attack.
Not on our watch.
Dirty and stains no fit do us shakara. We got the remedy, original palasa. Hypo, go hypo.
Germs always find a way back.
No green. Protect every day with Hypo.
Hypo, go hypo.
Okay, you're welcome back. It's still the mid-morning show, and we're in conversation with Mrs. Munijesu Oyawe, an entrepreneur, a perfumer, a CEO, generally, I should say. All right, so ma'am, looking at your profile, I saw that you have a heart for women and family, and you're committing to mentoring and building lives through biblical principles, accountability, and intentional living. So in this part of the world, we see so many people talk about women supporting women. Yeah. So, what is your view on that? Like, are women really supporting themselves, or it's just for black and white, just to be written on paper that these people are just cajoling themselves? What do you think about
that? From my view, or based on my view, I don't want to answer for everybody.
From your own
yes, from my own perspective, and of course, what I am into. I believe that women have suffered a lot. Checking from our mothers, I mean, from years back, we've had stories of how they suffered and all that. And I believe that that saying actually was born from the fact that we should come together so as to elevate our voices. So women supporting women, for me, it is actually a very, very